Hello everyone, welcome to Distilling Insight YouTube channel. So today we'll be doing a continuation of this roundup rundown that we started some times ago. Now the first thing is that we've done roundup. Please go back to the video if you want to understand how that works. Roundup rundown. We've done ceiling and floor. We've done the round and the M round. So now we are dealing with int, that is for integers and absolute value. So for int, you realize that integers are basically whole numbers, either positive or negative, and including zeros. And for integers, what we actually speak about is that for int rather, it rounds down the value to the nearest integer. That is either positive or negative integer. That is a whole number. So if we're going to be using the int function, we're having the int here, and the ints we are having, we are picking the cell we want to use. All you just need is just to close the bracket. And with this, you have the round down. It's rounded down to the nearest integer. So let's make an assumption that this is the time that each of these staffs work during the day. If you want to calculate the approximate number of what hours they work, that will be this. Irrespective of it being 7.7, it's rounding down to the nearest integer. That's why we're having 7 here. The essence of putting negative value example, I know it's going to be impossible to work with a negative value, but it's just for us to come to the realization that between 0 and minus 100, if I may ask, which of them is greater? You come to the understanding that 0 is greater than minus 100, minus is far less than, minus 100 is far less than 0. So it's the same thing that applies here. When we say it's rounding down and we're having minus 9.8, it's rounded down the value to minus 10. It's because minus 10 is far less than, is less than minus 9.8. So to the nearest integer when we round down is minus 10, because minus 10 is less than. Same thing applies to the next example, which is minus 7 to the nearest integer, because it is now minus 7 is less than 6.4, irrespective of whether 6.4, the 4 is 5, and 5 and above. And that's that about int for the integer. Now for absolute value, if you remember when we are actually working on if it is mean deviation, the mean deviation formula gives us a modulus. Modulus in the sense that it gives an absolute value irrespective of whether you are getting a positive answer or a negative answer. The whole value will be summed up together with a modulus that gives the value to be positive. So the same thing applies for absolute. So what we are doing here is we are using ABS as the function for an absolute value. We are picking up the number we want to use. By the time we click on the enter key, it makes it absolute from minus 1800 is now 1800. And if it is positive value, it returns the same. So what we are saying in essence is that absolute value just returns the exact value, but it turns those that are negative to positive, while those that are positive remains positive. So let's quickly apply the apps here in order to see what we're going to get for the previous example that we've done. So by the time we have this and we pick up on the number, we have this again. So this absolute value helps us automatically convert all the figures to a particular digit without decimal. And if I just want to insert a new column here, if you are using the same value here, it's not going to be affecting the decimal place. All it's actually going to be doing is that it's going to be converting the figure to positive integer, and that's all. So we can see the answer that we've just gotten, that I just turn each and every one of these to an absolute value of what was previously here. So thank you for listening. And at Distilling Insight, we encourage you that if you find this video helpful, ensure to subscribe, click the like button, and share with someone that you believe needs it or you want to learn it. And refer us to other people about every of our videos on learning. Thank you and bye bye.